Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to talk to you all about how negative energy actually works. This is a cool topic and I've taught this a long time ago and I'll teach it again, and you can go back and watch the last video. It could have been like a year ago or 2 years ago. The information stays the same. It just gets upgraded with more new information, but the truth is the truth. And people don't really like it, but especially people who have negative energy, they don't ever want to acknowledge it. People who are like, "Oh, negative energy doesn't exist," or "Oh, I have no negative energy. And people say I'm perfect. I don't have no negative energy." And those people have the most negative energy. I've made videos talking about that before, but I'm gonna tell you how it works. It's literally like physics. It's like science. It's like spiritual laws. Is very because we have a spiritual body. We have a physical body, and disclaimer, I only teach spirituality on my channel. I don't talk about how physicality or anything like that, but it's interesting to apply it. So when it comes to spirituality, for example, let's just say you're out and about and you're feeling good, right? So you're having a good day, everything's wonderful, you're not really thinking about much, you're just doing your thing, and then you come in contact with a few people and now you feel different and you don't know why. And most people actually won't even address that they feel different. It's just they feel different and they think it's because of them, when in actuality you came in contact with negative people. Now it's weighing you down, now it's dragging you down, but you don't know it. Most people don't know it. If you knew it, would you let it happen? No. A good 99.99 0.1% chance of the time that someone actually realizes, hey, every little tiny thing that goes on in my day is some influence of negative energy, not from myself, but even then, it's not always that difficult to get rid of. Yeah, there's case scenarios where people are the negative energy and they're causing the negative energy, but it's because someone imposed on them, they never got rid of it, that's who it became part of them, etc. So a good analogy to use is, let's talk about clothes and mud. I stick to the same example. Negative energy is the mud. Your chakras, and your aura, is the clothes. So the vibrancy of your chakras, we can call it an aura because I'm keeping it in terms of clothes. So the vibrancy of your clothes, how bright your clothes are, is how you can perceive the aura. So someone has a very bright aura full of good colors, happy colors, etc. versus someone has a dark aura, what's going on here, versus someone has white clothes and the clothes are very clean. That person, and this might get kind of confusing, so I'll just relay this example back, but the clothes are energy and the mud is bad energy. The clothes is your energy, and that's what you wear. You wear your own energy, right? Cool. Hopefully you're not wearing other people's energy. But now you're wearing these clothes, clean energy. You're feeling good. You started your day off, and you might come in contact with someone at like the gas station, for example, and someone's just nasty, rude, and mean to you, and you're just like, okay, and like maybe you have a high tolerance, maybe just like you wipe it off, but it's still on your clothes. That energy still is now with you. Crystals like black tourmaline, for example, which I'm altering my look, so you're gonna see different crystals pop up on my wrists. But black tourmaline, for example, blocks the energy from approaching you before it gets to you. It blocks the energy once it has gotten to you, and even if you absorb it, it's vacuuming it out. Sometimes black tourmaline can get overwhelmed, and the black tourmaline, or whatever the black tourmaline around, will break. That's how you know something tried to get through. Something or someone. Usually an entity behind an energy, or an energy that is associated with an entity, even though that entity's energy is from a distance. Hope you guys, you're still keeping up here, but it's basically, it's very simple. Think of negative energy just like mud. You take it home with you, and some of you have like these how do I say it? You have some detectors that there's negative energy nearby. For example, if some of your noses are bothering like crazy around negative people, around certain negative thoughts, certain negative it's usually an entity your nose is your radar. Some people have it in the back of their necks. Some people have all of it. Some people have it in their skin. Some people have it in their subconscious mind, like, hey, something's off here. And you'll feel the negative energy. Not claiming the negative energy does help, but you have to not claim it with your actions, with your words, the crystals you wear, etc. So we're in a world of positive and negative energy. If you're a very positive person on a very high spectrum, everything is going to try to bring you down because you're going further and higher up than everyone else around you. So you're standing out. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're someone who wears crystals, you are already a shining light. These come from the heavens, and these are just light. They're gifts from the heavens, from the heavens to the earth, but they're stronger than roots, herbs, any other essences. They're literally automatic in their ways of protecting. They're extremely powerful. They're beautiful gifts, and more crystals are being gifted to our planet. The thing is, when you wear crystals, does that make you 100% immune to negative energy? The answer is no. Nope. We're put on the earth plane. We are flesh. We are flesh driving these vehicles. So as we drive these vehicles, you might put armor on your vehicle, but if something happens, something's still gonna happen to the vehicle, even if it's on the armor. Now, what happens if you're just immune to 100% of everything ever? Then you're defying laws of spiritual and actual physics, because negative energy is associated with positive and negative ions as well. So, for example, when you ground, this is a really good example. When you're grounding, the earth, I hope I'm saying this right, I always confuse these two. The earth is vacuuming your positive ions off of you, more so associated with negative energy. So if someone has a lot of negative energy, aka mud on them, and they go outside and they take their bare feet and stick it in the soil by a tree, fertile soil, the earth is acting like what's it called? Laundry machine. Yeah, laundry machine? Laundromat? I don't know. Whatever you guys use. But when it comes to that, the earth is acting as a cleaner to your clothes, a cleaner to your energy, and it's resetting your energy. It's cleaning your energy. It's really cool how that works, right? Science is just finding out now. Oh, the earth can do something. It's something with ions. Now science is just catching on to spirituality. Like, oh wait, the earth does remove negative energy. Yeah, because it's kind of like, and if you guys ever wonder, how does transmutation of energies occur? For example, when someone sends me negative energy, how do I devour their negative energy, chew it up, spit it out? Because as you get more developed into spirituality, as you work with more crystals, you'll find yourself being able to devour curses, devour negative energy. So when someone's doing black magic on you, it makes you stronger. They're adding to your aura, because what's going on is you're eating their magic. And yes, you can eat people's magic as well. So when people send you curses, you can eat it. Like food. Like a mushroom eats plastic. I already taught this before about... It's really cool, because Mexican fire agate is one of those crystals. So people... Oh, this is really cool. I'll teach you guys something about Mexican fire agate. It'll devour the energies of a curse that someone has sent to you. Send it back so hard to whoever sent it, everything's taken away. But it makes your fire bigger, because they tried to put it out, but it became bigger. Now, how is this possible? Nothing can be created or destroyed. That's why it's transmuted. So negative energy that's sent towards you, and you're using a crystal, or a bark like Ipo Obo, which comes from Africa. It's an African bark that I made shorts about before. But you burn it, and it eats witchcraft. It's because, you have to think about it like this. A tree or a plant takes in carbon dioxide, something that would normally kill us. It's taking it in, and it's transmuting it to oxygen. Same thing when it comes to spirituality. When someone sends you black magic, you're taking something that's normally supposed to kill you, and you're turning it into something beneficial. And it adds to your aura, and it sends it back to whoever sent it, and you get to keep whatever kind of power they're throwing at you, and it actually builds up a resistance. So the next time, and if no one has ever done a curse stronger than the last person who has done it, then it just stands as the tallest wall. It's like a brick on your walls. So that's why when from people who get crystals from FloridaStoneman.com. People who get crystals from my website don't worry about curses. People who get crystals from my website, because I have authentic crystals that are blessed, don't worry about curses, because you're living your life, you're doing everything right, you're confiding in, most importantly, you're confiding in the Most High God, you're working with your angels, you're doing everything right. So the negative energy is not going to get to you. Okay? It's not. But what happens, then why are we susceptible to some energy throughout the day? This is a really good question. So I'm wearing black tourmaline, but sometimes negative energy gets to me. I thought I was supposed to because this has been a question that has been getting a lot of questions on recently on the same topic. So I'm taking all your questions and putting it in one video. And adding my topic as well, which how does negative energy actually work? And wearing crystals, does it block 100% of everything? Yes and no. It's kind of like a, what's it called? Let's just say you have a roof on your house and lightning hits. The lightning hits the roof, but it doesn't affect anything in your house, but it still affected the roof. Maybe a little bit, maybe a tiny bit, but everything in the house is fine. If the weaker the roof, the more it's going to impact inside of the house and you. Your aura, your energy field, you. I hope you guys are liking these examples. This is very intricate knowledge. This is really, it has you thinking. So, now, if black tourmaline doesn't protect from 100% of everything, what's getting in? Sometimes it's 1 to 3% of other people's negative energy, which is, as of recently, why I became that much more vicious on getting rid of negative energy, is because sometimes there's a mechanism in humans that are it's just like, hey, and I do this myself. I'm like, oh, I feel really bad for this person. If this person wasn't a bad person, then they wouldn't be sending negative energy in the first place. And you ponder their negative energy. You're like, oh, I'm sorry that they're a bad person. And I'm a return to sender person. I'll return everything back, but sometimes I do this because I'm like, well, I wish this person could be a better person. I pray for the person anyway, etc. That's incorrect, and it's human nature, but it's something we have to get used to, like puffing out. Like, we can't ponder negative energy at all, and that's how it gets in. That's how it gets in. It's we ponder it. Sometimes, even when we don't ponder it, when we ponder it, about 3 to 5% gets in. Like, oh, I really wish this person was a better person. I'll just pray for them. And I'll just hope they're a better person. I'll send it back and ignore them. You threw their grenade back, but it was a few seconds before it went off, and you still felt it go off. That's how it gets in. People don't realize they do that. It's a human mechanism, and it's an empath mechanism. But sometimes we just have to, what's it called? We just have to not ponder it. Now, another thing you guys can do is send it back and just don't pay attention to what happens. I tell you guys to do this anyway, but this is something you should be doing. Send it back, ignore it, cut it off. So, for example, for people who are like, I wonder how my enemies are doing. Well, you're doing a percentage as to how they're doing when you're supposed to be focusing on yourself. That's how you pick up negative energy, is by looking at things, even just looking at your eyes. Like, I made a video a year from yesterday. Yeah, I got a notification. A year from yesterday about when you drive past the scene of an accident, unless you plan on helping, unless you're doing prayers for the people, unless you're getting out to do something to help them, don't be nosy and stick your nose and be like, oh, I wonder, oh, look how horrible this accident is, because you're picking up some negative energy. When you look into the abyss stares back at you. So you pick up negative energy based on what you look at, what you hear. Even if it's someone else's radio station, you're still picking up something from their radio station, even though you don't consent to it. Unfortunately, we're humans, so we're always going to be able to, it's about how you deal with it. So right when you pick it up, dispel it. Because we're not immune to 100% of everything. Like, it's like saying you're going outside and you have regular clothes that are immune to all dirt and you can just roll around in dirt. No. So that's part of being a human. God put us on this earth because he knew that we weren't going to be perfect, or certain things happen when we're on this earth. No one's 100% immune to anything. With other people's negative energy, even if it's a small amount, I highly vouch you send it back. Ignore it, cut it off, send it back. Don't even ponder it for a second. That's how you guys are going to stay clean of negative energy. And the biggest thing is most people don't really know they've absorbed negative energy. So if you have a difference in mood, a difference in behavior, a difference in how you feel, it means something around you was a factor. Let's just say that. And we're not 100% immune to everything. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. but it does happen. We have to recognize certain things. The better we are at recognizing it, the easier it is. So even myself at the gym, for certain people who are kind of negative, it may seem kind of mean, but I just kind of walk away from them. Like, I'm just like, they'll be talking, I just walk away. I'm like, yep, I'm not listening to trash talk. Nope, I'm not listening to your gossip. I'll pull myself and I'll walk away. I don't, you're like, oh, that's kind of mean and rude. Well, I'm not listening to it. It disables the person from continuing that behavior. If I listen to their gossip, for example, what does that make me? An enabler. And you do pick up some of that energy from whatever they're trying to tell you when you gossip, or when they gossip. So the whole point is negative energy, because I started off this video with a very simple analogy. It works like mud on clean clothes. And you want to clean yourself off of negative energy. You want to do shadow work. You want to confront your negative energy, because if you don't, you're spreading it. That's why when people have no energy and they take it out on others, they go home to their families. When people who have no energy, they'll bother people in the workplace. They'll bother people. They'll just try to drag other people down. Even in the gym, people do that. And then once they feel a little bit better because they had someone to relate to drag down, now that person that they drag down has no energy as well. And they've created two people who have energy. Because like I said, the way energy works is it goes from a high spectrum to a low spectrum. That's why when you're really vibrant as a person, when you're a being of light and you're a person of light and you're doing everything right, that's why things try to get in. It's because you're the highest spectrum. Let's just say you're the hottest pan, and these ice cubes want to get in your pan because they want their ice cubes to melt. Now their ice cubes melted, your pan is now less hot, and it's equaled out, but now your pan's not hot anymore. Now it's not cooking. Now you're not cooking. Now you're not feeling yourself. So it's all about filtering energies. The biggest thing in this video is recognizing energies, knowing that no one's 100% immune to any negative energy. To say and I've seen spiritualists like that. I've seen that. And those people have the most negative energy. There's people on Instagram posting, someone on Instagram posted, I'm not going to pull anything up, but like, I'm a divine goddess. I have perfect energy, zero negative energy can get in, and I'm perfect. I don't have to adjust my own energy. I don't have to fix myself. I don't have to change myself. That's ego. That's pride. That's hubris. There's demons associated with that, and that doesn't move you closer to God. So assume that you're not all that, not everything, because that's one thing with people using spirituality as a cover. It's like, oh, I'm perfect. I've got goddess energy. I don't need to work on myself. I don't need to do anything to change. And they're literally in there saying, I'm just going to say the other word, fudge these people trying to change me. Like, life is about change. Life is about ascension, moving up, moving yourself closer to God, because if you leave off, I'm going to tell you right now, if you leave off in this lifetime and you are just not elevated, when you get to the afterlife, you won't be elevated. You won't be able to do anything. You won't be able to move a hair. You want to send you want to send your descendants love. That's why there's certain ancestors that are flat out weak. Certain spirits that are flat out weak. And it sounds mean. What do you mean? Because if that person has not been elevated in their lifetime, if they're a low spirit in lifetime, and you guys know low spirits. You're like, oh, that person, I feel bad for them. Like, they're kind of just low energy. When that person gets to the afterlife, you think they're going to be able to send their loved ones love? No. Someone who's lived a good life, someone who's been close to God, someone who is just doing right and doing everything right, is going to have a little more energy in the afterlife to send their loved ones love. That all starts with having clean energy. If you guys have any questions, I know this is kind of an advanced video. I've been teaching some advanced knowledge recently. Ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.